freak me out. If the van could have went alight, if I didn't catch that, the van would have been on fire. Like, it wouldn't have been here tomorrow morning. So I didn't make it to the lakes. I ended up having to stay at my mum's house on a couch, which was the worst night's sleep I've ever had. Because she's got dogs and creaky floorboards and all this stuff. But I literally had to try and get like 3 hours sleep and drive to the Lake District at like 4:45 in the morning because the hike started so early that day. So I did that anyway, and I managed to get my van back home, but the clutch still wasn't right, and I've been messing around with a syringe and some tubing for like a week, and then I lost a little metal clip that attaches the pipe to the back of the master cylinder, and I had to order that and wait for that, and all this time I've been messing around when all I needed, I think, was a clutch and brake bleeder kit. So I've just got this from Eurocar Parts. It literally only cost me like 16 quid, and it attaches to your tyre, so it pressurizes it through the tyre off your car, off your van, and then pushes the fluid through the system that way. Whereas before I was undoing pipes, pushing pipes into another pipes, and using some syringe to push it through, then taking that off, and air kept getting in. So hopefully now with this, no air is going to get into the system, and I'll finally fix my clutch and be able to drive the van. So fingers crossed, let's see how it goes. I don't feel like I'm making any progress with this van at all. I mean, I've been fixing all the issues to get through its MOT, which is great, but then I'm still having issues with the clutch. It's drivable, but I still have to pump the clutch twice before I change gear. So I spoke to a mate, he said try reverse bleeding it, so push the fluid from the bottom upwards. I'm going to give that a go to see if I can get any more air out of the system, and then hopefully today I can do something on the van that makes it feel like I'm making some progress. Right, so this is probably my last attempt at trying to bleed this bloody clutch. I've got this pipe here, goes down to the bleeder valve underneath the van on the bell housing, and then this is full of fluid. This black pipe is going to connect to the tyre to pressurize it, and it's going to push the fluid through the pipe up through the system, and it'll start filling this reservoir. And then as soon as this gets to the top of this reservoir, I'm going to turn it off, I'm going to put the cap on, I'm going to pressurize it a little bit more, and then I'm going to close the valve at the bottom, and hopefully that will finally fix it. I've just drilled the sills on both sides, the back here, and this water's been running for about 5 minutes. No wonder it's all rotten at the bottom. Driving the van then, I could smell smoke, so I thought it was from the engine, but it wasn't. And when I came into the back of the van, it got really strong, and I couldn't find it for ages, and then I did. And some wiring must have been shorting, and it's caught fire to all this expanding foam, or melted it anyway, at least. I cut the wires. We're still making some mad noises in here though. Cut the wires. It seems to be stopped smoking now. That back light there is stuck on. And I'm just trying to figure out how to turn that light off and stop this current coming through. Trace it back, I suppose. It's a bit of a mess. I don't know what's original wiring and what's not. Freaked me out. I thought the van could have the van could have went alight. If I didn't catch that, the van would have been on fire. Like, it wouldn't have been here tomorrow morning. That was a close call. Right, so I didn't really film too much yesterday because I was in a rush. I had to get back in time to pick the baby up from nursery. I tried the reverse bleed. There must be some sort of valve on this van that makes it impossible to do a reverse bleed. So I tried another bleed from the top again, and probably ended up putting more air back into the system because it's not as good as what it was. I'm still having to pump the pedal about three or four times to change gear, and now I've run out of time. I've got to drive it the way it is because I've got a whole week of work. In fact, I've got work all the way through until the 14th, and it's now the 6th. So I've got 8 days of work without a day off, and I'm just gonna have to drive it as it is. And hopefully I can manage to get to work. Day one started out on Glenpaddan, a full day paddling, then straight into some scrambling on Trevon afterwards. It was one of those busy work days where you don't really stop moving, but those are usually the days I enjoy the most. That night was the first night sleeping in Uncle Robert's van, and it was a weird feeling going from a finished van back to basically a shell. There's so much work that needs doing to it. Every time I look around inside, I just see another job that needs sorting. But at the same time, sleeping in the same van he used to sleep in felt pretty significant. Hard to describe, really. The next few days were more outdoor work in Wales, a sunrise hike, then the Snowdon Horseshoe after that, and getting back into the mountains felt like a bit of an escape from the stress of the van build. When you're out working long days in the hills, you haven't really got time to sit and overthink everything else. I am so stressed out at this van. Like, I haven't been able to do anything to it because I've got no money left from selling my other van. I had overdrafts and electricity and gas bills and council tax, and I owed family money and all that type of stuff. Then I took time off work to fix the MOT, so when I wasn't working then I was using some of the money from the van to just, get by, and there's nothing left, so I can't do anything good to it, but I also can't actually drive it properly. Like, I changed the master cylinder, bled it don't know how many times, and I'm still having to push it down, pull up my toe, push it down, pull up my toe to change gear, and then driving to the Peak District yesterday, rain was coming inside the windscreen. Driving home from the Peak District just before, the windscreen almost pops off. Like, I can push on the windscreen and it moves up and down, and like there was a gust of wind before and it literally went pop up and popped out of its place and back in again. So, it's not just one thing, it's all kinds of things. I'm pretty certain now, 100%, that I need the slave cylinders changed. That means taking the whole clutch out, and probably when the clutch is getting taken out, the garage is probably going to tell me that, oh, I need a new dual mass flywheel or a clutch kit, and I think I definitely need to have the mounts looked at because everything shakes so much. There's so much vibration and so much noise, and there's a hissing, so probably needs a hose replacing, and that's not even before I get started on the back. Look at the state of it. All this expanding foam needs to come out. All the insulations needs to be ripped off and scraped back to bare metal, and then the floor, I know for a fact I'll take the floor up, there's going to be so much rust. And it's just so overwhelming. And I've got to work. I've just got to drive it like this because I've got to go to work. Hence, I've not posted up a video in the past couple of weeks about the van, about the whole build process, because I haven't been able to do anything. I'm just driving to work and stamping the pedal down like I'm playing the drums. I've tried to film some stuff, as you can see from this video, but right now I just don't know what I'm going to do. Miss my old van. It's not even attached. Holy moly. Went to B&Q, bought some black sealant, some CT1. I'm just going to lever the window up with this and squirt this all around any of the loose parts, and that's all I can do because I've got to drive to the Lake District in the morning. I've got 2 days of work in the lakes, and I need my window to not blow off while I'm going down the motorway. No time for any proper work on the van, but yeah, just got to do what I can do at the moment. I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle, really. Hey ho. Just cracked it. This van, man, it's just one thing after another. So much isn't doing driving, and I'll just have to. I've got like 1 more week before I go on holiday, and then when I get back, I'm just going to have to, yeah, call out the insurance and get the screen replaced. I feel like just headbutting a wall. Big spiderweb of cracks. It's probably going to leak loads of water if it rains. I've just got to make it through the next 5 days of work. 5 days of work, and then I'm on holiday, and then I can take it to the garage, get the windscreen fixed, etc, etc, spend a fortune. But yeah, I'm not getting anywhere. I feel really defeated at the moment, and I know this video's been, I don't even know what this video's been. It's been a shambles. It's been a shambles. So yeah, hopefully the next video is going to be a bit more positive. Thanks for watching.